Hey guys, it's Z. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Happy New Year. This is my first video for 2021. I know it's mid-February, but hey, this is the best I could do. My life was really busy up until this point, but I'm back and let's just get into it because I think this might be a long one. As you can see by the title, we're doing more side hustle tips. Today's video, I'm going to focus on one side hustle because there's so much information packed into this one specific thing. I think it would be better just to discuss this, just to avoid having a 30-minute long video. So yeah, if you can see in the title, I did say that it is for Studypool. Just to do a brief explanation of what Studypool is. Studypool is essentially a tutoring service. You're tutoring either high school or university level students in the USA. It's really good money, guys. Like, the reason again I take so long to do these side hustle things is because whenever I've had a lot of you, and thank you for those of you who've suggested, I appreciate it. The rest of you, if you know something, please suggest it below and I will try it. I actually go and try to do whatever it is that someone has suggested, and if I feel like it's workable, if I feel like you can make decent money, if I've actually gotten paid and know it's not a scam, then I actually make a video so that we can share it with everyone. So that's why it takes so long, because some things it will take up to a month to be able to actually get payment to you. So without further ado, it's Studypool. It's like, I'm really excited about this. I didn't work as hard as I should have or could have on this just because of time. January is a really busy month for me. My kids were getting back to school. We were finding our groove, homeschool and working from home. And so I didn't work as hard as I could have. But in about 3 weeks that I did work, and this is probably me putting in 3 hours a day, 2-3 hours a day, and that's not even every day. So I don't know, I should have timed my hours, but I would say I put in about, in total, probably 15 hours. Excuse me, I'm burping because I'm drinking, so you must accept it's a really hot day. It's a really hot day, so I'm having a beer, which makes me burp. I'm sorry. So yeah, I worked about 15 hours in total. In that 15 hours, I made 260 something odd dollars, which when the money came into my South African account, it was 4.8 and some cents. So that's really good money if you ask me, for such a short amount of time. And like I'm saying, I didn't put in as much effort as I could. On the site, they say make up to $7,500 a month. I don't know. I think that's probably the people who like do tech type questions, because I've noticed there's a lot of tech questions. So if you tech savvy, this might be the thing for you. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away. So essentially what you have to do, I'm going to put everything in the description box below. I'm going to put the link to the site in the description box below. I'm going to give you the examples that I'm going to talk about in the description box below, so that it's just a little bit easier for you. The first thing is, when you log into the site and you register, they'll ask you some questions about your educational background. You answer all of that, and then there's a test. This is the part they don't tell you. There is a test. You've only got 30 minutes to pass the test. So give yourself, make sure you're prepared. You have to write an essay. There's a few essay topics that you can choose from. It's a 300 word, 300 rand. Shows you where my money is at. 300 word essay. So it's not long. However, you do have to use literally every type of punctuation in that essay. It requires you to use a comma, a full stop, colon, semicolon, parentheses. You have to show referencing, so you don't actually have to reference any actual material, but you have to use an example of how you would put referencing in an essay, all of that. So take your time, be prepared, be like aware, and know that you've only got a 30-minute time limit. The nice thing is they let you know really quickly. It was within 24 hours that I knew that I had passed. They sent me an SMS, which was really nice, because you don't always check your emails right away. So they sent me an SMS, let me know. Once you've passed that initial test, which I think is just an English test, you then have to write 3 essays in whatever fields you are interested in tutoring. There's 5 fields. It's writing or humanities, business and finance, mathematics, science, and programming. Those are the categories available. You choose a question from any of those 3 questions. You can do 3 questions from 3 different categories. I used 2 categories. I only did humanities and business because that's what I know. That's what I trusted myself to write an essay on. Please don't do something that's challenging and fail. So if you know nothing, like I know nothing about programming and mathematics. My science is like this. But math and science, I really know nothing, so I stayed away from it. Excuse me. So do what you're comfortable with. Find questions that are easy for you. There's literally like 12, 13 questions under each section, and you write an essay on that. It's a 500-word essay. Pick something that is easy for you. I think that's the key. Don't try and choose something to show how clever you are. We know you are clever. We know. So examples of the questions under humanities, the questions that I did was, where was it? Where's the question I did, which was, how did Britain secure its hold on India and what colonial policies led to the beginning of Indian nationalism? That's a history question. I'm comfortable doing history questions. I know I'm good at it, so that's what I did. I literally answered that question, 500-word essay. It's really easy. Another example of other questions that were there was, for instance, slowing down global warming, writing an essay on that. What is target fixation? Find questions that work for you. And so I did that under humanities, and then I also picked a business and finance question, which was, question which was, are higher salaries the best incentives for workers? That was an easy question for me. Like I said, business, humanities, those are things I actually know about. Those are things I actually do in my everyday life. Yeah, the black label is coming back for me. So if y'all talk about my drinking in the comments, you're here for the wrong things. Listen to what I'm saying. Never mind the black. What is systems theory in management are examples. When it comes to the other categories, your mathematics, science, and programming, I could go through the questions, but the nice thing is you can go through the questions at your leisure. Those other questions make no sense to me. Do your little essay, submit it. I think it took 2 days for them to confirm that I had passed, and that is it. I was able to now start bidding on questions. How you earn your money, students post what they want. So they'll post the question, they'll post how much time they've got to do it, and they'll post the amount that they're willing to do it for. I think, or they want you to do it for. The minimum I saw was around $3, but there's questions for $100, $200, depending on how quickly they want it done, how difficult it is, and what you're essentially doing people's homework for them. You can help them with research, you can help them write an essay, whatever it is. These lazy kids are basically, you're doing their homework for them. I'm here for it. I don't mind. Definitely check it out. So you bid on whatever questions you want. The nice thing is, in terms of payment, in terms of payment, you don't have to worry because the students have already paid Studypool. Studypool takes 20% of the amount for their personal, basically middleman service. So they pay Studypool, the payment's already been made. You're not chasing someone with an invoice trying to get your money. So as soon as you've done the work, the student is confirmed to Studypool that they've received the work and they're satisfied with it. Studypool then makes payment to you. Love, love, love them because they have multiple payment methods. I personally got paid using Payoneer just because it is my favorite international payment method, but there was PayPal there as well. There were a whole bunch of payment methods that I didn't even know some of them. I choose Payoneer because it's the quickest in my experience, and I transfer it to my Capitec account. That's another thing, I think, because I've heard people complain about international transfers. I've used a different, Capitec should pay me for this, yes? But it's fine. It's fine. But I've used PayPal and Payoneer, and I've used a different, let's just say a different bank. I won't say who they are, but it's another bank. It's a big bank. Used a different bank, and whenever my payments were going on there, firstly, the payments would take 2 to 3 business days to go through, and then on top of it taking that long, there would be like ridiculous amounts of bank charges. Capitec, literally, I've had a charge of like 135 Rand at the beginning of the year each year, and it covers you for the whole year. It's sort of like an international transfer. Unless you go over 100,000 US dollars, that's all you're going to pay, and then it's just normal banking fees that they would charge. So I use it on my Capitec account. I got my monies within 2 days, like from the day they paid into Payoneer, the following day Payoneer paid into Capitec. Capitec is within, hey Capitec, this is a whole advert. You don't give me any money. But anyway, I'm going to put everything in the description box below. Please try this. I really want to sort of dedicate some time to it this month because I think you can make a lot of money. Maybe not the $7,500 they're saying, but I think easy I could make $1,000 on this site. I'll try it again in full for March and let you know how much I've made for the month of March. I think this is probably the best money I've seen or I've been able to make. Sorry. In such a quick space of time. So if you're not lazy to do a little bit of work, do a little bit of research, it's basically like you used to do your own essays, but you're doing it for someone else. But let me know if there's any other ideas or if you've got questions regarding Studypool. Let me know below. Mwah!